Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the class again. We were discussing, we have just completed geometrical isomerism in stereoisomerism for coordination complexes. In this class, we will discuss about optical isomerism. What is optical isomerism? Compounds which are optically active. That means when we pass a plane polarized light, optically active compound means they will rotate plane polarized light. Optically inactive compound means it will not rotate plane polarized light. Now we will discuss optical isomerism for square planar, tetrahedral and octahedral complexes. Look at square planar complexes. What is a square planar complex? Planar. That means this molecule is planar. Now, how do we say a molecule is optically active or inactive? For this, we have a shortcut. If a molecule possesses plane of symmetry, then it is optically inactive. If a molecule possesses plane of symmetry, then it is optically inactive. When it is optically inactive, we can say no optical isomerism. So in case of square planar complexes, whether there exists a plane of symmetry or not. Now, as we know, it is a planar system. Then we can take a plane like this. Just take a mirror plane. Imagine a mirror plane like this, like this. It is exactly bisecting this metal. It is exactly bisecting this metal, and this A is a mirror image of this. This A is a mirror image of this. That means this is a mirror plane which is represented by sigma. Or we can also take molecular plane of the molecular plane. What is molecular plane? If the plane is, if the molecule is plane and if it exists in a plane, right? Imagine this plane, this white paper as a plane. This white paper as a plane. Then this square planar complex is again a planar molecule. So this is what is called molecular plane. White paper is called as molecular plane. When we imagine a molecular plane like this, then what happens? This molecular plane will bisect each and every atom into two halves. What is an atom? After all, an atom is composed of electrons, and the electron clouds are almost spherical in nature. So when we bisect an atom into two halves, the upper half will have electrons, lower half will also have electrons. It is like a bisecting a sphere into two equal parts. So when we bisect each and every atom into two halves, what we can see, it is just exactly the mirror images of each other. So that is why square planar complexes possesses a plane of symmetry, hence they don't exhibit optical isomerism. Now, in order to calculate the total number of isomers for a square planar complex are nothing but number of geometrical isomers, because we do not have optical isomers here. Now we will look at tetrahedral complexes. When we discuss about tetrahedral complexes can be compared with carbon having four different isomers. As we know, carbon with four different substituents, carbon with four different substituents is chiral compound, which is represented by an asterisk. So it is a chiral carbon. Because carbon is in sp3 hybridization, it has tetrahedral geometry. Similarly, tetrahedral complexes also, if the metal is bonded to four different ligands, if the metal is bonded to four different ligands, then it is optically active, because it is like a, it is similar to a chiral center. It is similar to a chiral center. Similar to a chiral center. When we say chiral, a center is chiral when it has four different substituents. If it has two same substituents or three same substituents or all four same substituents, then we don't say it is a chiral center. So when we have a chiral center, what we can have is a mirror image. If your molecule is optically active, then we also have a mirror image. How to draw a mirror image? A mirror image can be drawn like this. When we look at a mirror, what we observe, the parts which are close to mirror will appear very close to us. Here in this case, C is close to mirror. So when we draw mirror image, C must be close to mirror. Next close is D. So D will be closer to mirror like this. And B is far away from mirror. So in the mirror image also, B will be far away from the mirror. Now this is called a mirror image. This is called a mirror image. And these two complexes, chiral tetrahedral complex and its mirror image, both are optically active. Both are optically active. This is the mirror image is also optically active. Now this pair of non-superimposable mirror images, they are called as enantiomeric pair. Enantiomeric pair. You just bring this compound and place it here. You can see it is not superimposable, right? When we take it out and when we place it here, B and C will be coming at same place. So it is non-superimposable. So a pair of non-superimposable mirror images are called as enantiomers, or the pair is called enantiomeric pair. So tetrahedral complexes with four different ligands, it is possible to have optical isomerism. So we have discussed that square planar complexes possesses a plane of symmetry. So they are achiral molecules, are optically inactive. But in square planar complexes, if a bidentate ligand with unsymmetrical substitution is present, then we can have chirality in the molecule. So their square planar complexes will also be optically inactive. I'll give one such example. In this case, one side we have this ligand and the other side we have different substitution on the side chain. Here we have two methyl groups. In order to have a plane of symmetry, yeah, these two methyl groups may have plane of symmetry, but these two phenyl groups, because they are in the same plane, they don't have mirror plane. So this is called meso stilbene diamine I'll write it here. Isobutylene diamine palladium 2. If it is palladium metal, then it is palladium 2. This complex, it possesses no plane of symmetry. Hence, it is optically active. When a molecule is optically active, it will have two isomers, right? It will also exhibit a mirror image. You practice drawing this mirror image. So the total number of isomers, therefore total number of stereo isomers, yeah, in this case it is optical. Optical isomers is 2. Total number of optical isomers is 2. Similarly, for a tetrahedral complex with bidentate ligand, we can expect, I'll redraw it a little later. Tetrahedral complexes having bidentate ligands are also optically active. Look at this example. Here it is an optically active compound, so we can expect a mirror image also. You practice this drawing mirror image. So total 2 optical isomers. If it is a planar molecule, we would expect a plane of symmetry. But here, it is not a planar molecule. It is a tetrahedral geometry. It is a tetrahedral geometry. So this bidentate ligand, it looks like a helical structure. Helical means simply you can compare with a spring. Spring, it looks like a symmetrical system, but it is not a symmetrical system, right? It coils downwards. When you hold it upwards, it coils downwards, so it is not a symmetrical system. Similarly, tetrahedral complexes with bidentate ligands are also not symmetrical. They are optically active. We will have a similar example when we have discussed about geometrical isomers for an octahedral complex with symmetrical bidentate ligand. We have said that there is no cis-trans isomerism possible. But in case of optical isomerism, yes, in case of optical isomerism, even if it is a symmetrical bidentate ligand, but optical isomerism exists. I'll try to draw the structure of this molecule and I will explain. Again, in case of octahedral complexes with bidentate ligands, the ligands will look like helical structures. They will have helical structures. What is ethylene diamine? This is ethylene diamine. Now we will place another ligand here. We will place a final ligand here. Now, in this molecule, Plane of symmetry does not exist, though it is octahedral complex and the two bidentate ligands are symmetrical, but they don't exhibit plane of symmetry. For example, if you take plane of symmetry as a molecular plane as the plane of symmetry, then these two ligand, the four amine groups, they are in plane, so they will possess plane of symmetry, no problem. Ligand which is above the plane, ligand which is below the plane, it also possesses, because they are mirror images to each other. So compared, when we consider these amine groups, there is no problem. But look at this group. This is backside. This is backside. This chain is backside. But when this chain, this is front side. This chain is in back side, this chain is in front side. So how can a mirror image possible for a front chain and back chain? It is not possible, right? So mirror image is not possible for helical structures. You try to draw mirror image. So this is, there is no plane of symmetry for this molecule, hence it is optically active. It is optically active. When this molecule is optically active, there exists a pair of enantiomers. We can say two enantiomers are a pair of enantiomers. One pair are two enantiomers. Therefore, total number of isomers. In case of geometrical isomers, we said there is no geometrical isomerism. But in case of optical isomers, there exists optical isomers. When optical isomerism exists, there exists two enantiomers. So total number of isomers are also two. Total number of isomers are also two. When we want to count the total number of isomers, we need to count the total number of geometrical isomers as well as optical isomers. Here we have two optical isomers. For this complex, there are no geometrical isomers, only optical isomers. So total number of isomers is 2. They exist as a pair of enantiomers. I hope you all have drawn this mirror image, but still I would like to draw it. As we know, whatever nearer to mirror, they will appear nearer to mirror in the mirror image also. This NH2 is near, then this chain, then this NH2 and this NH2. Of course, this chain is also nearer. This ethylene diamine complex is far away. So here also this ethylene diamine will be far away from the mirror. So this is how we need to draw mirror images for these complexes. For octahedral complexes, we have already explained geometrical isomerism. Now we will explain optical isomerism here itself. Okay, right. So for this molecule, as we know, a plane will exist. For example, take a plane like this. That means molecular plane. Then above ligand and below ligand, they appear as mirror images. They appear as mirror images. So for octahedral complexes, we can have a plane of symmetry. Now you can also take a plane like this, a vertical plane like this. It will bisect this atom, this metal and this ligand. These two will appear as mirror images. These two will appear as mirror images. You can take another plane like this, like this. It will bisect, it will pass through like this. Then these two are mirror images, these two are mirror images, and these two are also mirror images. So in an octahedral complex, we can have 6 different types of planes, right? We can take a plane like this also. Imagine a plane like this which bisects these two, and it will also bisect these two. These two are mirror images. These two are mirror images. So you can have many planes in octahedral complex, provided if the diagonally related ligands are same. Provided if the diagonally related ligands are same, then almost all the cases we can have plane of symmetry. So in this case, no geometrical no optical isomerism. Because a plane of symmetry exists. Plane of symmetry exists. So no geometrical, no optical isomerism. Consider this example. For this case also, there will be a plane. So no optical isomerism possible for this. So total number of isomers in this complex, there is no geometrical isomerism, no optical isomerism. So there is only one isomer. So this is the only one isomer. Now look at this example, which is having both cis and trans isomers. Now we will try to figure out whether a plane of symmetry exists in this molecule or not. Now you consider a similar plane like this. Now when we take a similar plane like this, that will bisect this chlorine, these chlorines, these ammonia molecules and cobalt metal. This ammonia and this ammonia, they appear they appear mirror images to each other. So here also we can expect a plane of symmetry. Here also plane of symmetry exists. When we say plane of symmetry exists, then no optical isomerism possible. When there is no optical isomerism, the total number of isomers will be total number of geometrical isomers only. So for trans complex also, we can have a plane of symmetry. So in this case, total number of isomers are nothing but total number of geometrical isomers only. So in this case, total number of isomers are 2 only. Look at this facial and meridional complexes. Is it possible to have a plane here? Yes. Here we can have a plane like this. See, this is a tip. You take this tip also. So you take this plane, this as the plane, this as the plane. Now this aqua and this aqua, they are mirror images to each other. Therefore, plane of symmetry exists here also. Or simply you can take a similar plane, molecular plane. This chlorine and this chlorine, they appear as mirror images. Here also you can take this type of plane, a vertical plane. Yeah, this side, I think, like this. You can take a mirror plane like that. So plane of symmetry exists here also. So how many isomers possible? Only 2 geometrical isomers, no optical isomers. But in this case, see, here there is no plane of symmetry, because if you take a plane like this, A and C are not mirror images, they are different. So no plane of symmetry. When we take all trans, yes, plane of symmetry exists here. In this case, plane of symmetry does not exist, but in this case, plane of symmetry exists. Here also plane of symmetry exists. Here also plane of symmetry exists. Here also plane of symmetry exists. So for this complex, except all cis, In all other cases, plane of symmetry exists. Then we don't have optical isomerism for this. This is only optically active because there is no plane of symmetry. This is optically active. That means for this, a mirror, a pair of enantiomer is possible. For this molecule, a pair of enantiomers are possible. This one and its mirror image. Now, how many total isomers are possible? Total isomers, there are 5 geometrical isomers, and one of the isomer is optically active, so it will have mirror image. So there are 6 geometrical isomers for this. There are 6 geometrical, there are 6 total isomers. Out of the 6, one enantiomeric pair. Out of this, one enantiomeric pair. Now, if you practice it for this molecule, these 15 molecules are also optically active. So they will have 15 optical isomers. So a total of 30 isomers are possible for this molecule. For a complex with M, A, B, C, D, E, F, 6 different ligands, 15 geometrical isomers. All the 15 geometrical isomers are optically active, so they will get 15 mirror images. So 15 plus 15, 30. There are 30 total number of isomers possible for this complex.